Trying to build roads and bridges and fix bridges that are falling down, and we have a hard time getting the money. It's crazy.
Tonight, President Donald Trump is unveiling an ambitious $1.5 trillion infrastructure plan. Georgia House Speaker David Ralston is among the leaders gathered at the White House to talk about how the money will go to fix America's crumbling roads and bridges.
$200 billion of the funding would be federal. That means the rest of the tab would be picked up by local and state governments and also rely on private investment. This decision, this move, is drawing praise and criticism, understandably.
And as Doug Richards reports, it has a lot in common with the new mass transit plan getting traction in the state capitol, and that's a lack of specific funding.
It appears times have changed. Road and transit construction projects have historically leaned heavily on federal funding. In President Trump's plan, the burden falls on states, counties, and cities.
I'm very disappointed. I think a lot of this is really bait and switch from what people thought was going to happen, what's really happening.
Steve Henson is a Democrat. He finds the Trump plan to be utterly lacking in the federal money needed to actually build roads, bridges, and public transit infrastructure. But Republican Senator Brandon Beach sees a bright silver lining.
And I think they're going to streamline a lot of the environmental regulations, a lot of the other regulations to allow us to get projects built faster.
That, Beach says, will also lower costs. Beach is leading a Republican effort to revamp public transit funding in Metro Atlanta. His bill would consolidate the bus systems running in counties like Cobb and Gwinnett into a regional network run by MARTA, but known eventually as the ATL.
Get on an ATL train, ATL bus, ATL express bus, and when we get light rail, ATL light rail.
Beach's bill also depends on counties to tax themselves to fund transit expansion. So far, Beach's bill lacks state funding, just as President Trump's plan pulls way back from federal funding. At the Capitol, Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.